There are a lot of people around town, around the world, who want to not look their age. But also, not only that, there are also people who have skin issues that need to be medically treated to make sure that they are going to not have any further issues. Here to talk about that from Derma Cure Medical Aesthetics is my good friend, Dr. Craig Ingber. Good morning, Dr. Ingber. How are you?
Well, thank you. Good morning to you.
All right. Happy Monday. And I want to talk a little bit about this because Derma Cure is an aesthetic laser skin care center clinic. You're operating here in Santa Clarita, right?
That's correct.
And you do a lot of cosmetic treatments for skin and such things as Botox. And if I'm pronouncing this correctly, is it Dysport or Dysport?
Dysport.
Dysport injector of derma filler cosmetic injections in Santa Clarita Valley. And what that is basically, just give me a little bit of a rundown of what that actually means for the uninformed or people who have never ever heard of these particular treatments for skin and anti-aging treatments.
Well, it's hard to believe anybody who hasn't heard of Botox these days. Dysport is another company's Botox is the easiest way to put it. One is made by the people who make Restylane, that's Dysport, and the other is made by the people who make Juvederm, which a lot of people have heard of as a dermal filler, and that would be Botox. And both these products are used to eliminate wrinkles, usually in the upper part of the face, but can be used in other areas. So we're talking about mainly the frown lines, which was the original FDA approval for Botox, but it's also used for the horizontal lines in the forehead. And just the other day, they received FDA approval for treating the crow's feet, which are the little lines that come out from the corner of the eye.
As well I know, yes.
Yeah. And, the injections are simple, they're painless. It takes about 2 to 7 days for the product to work. And what it does is it actually paralyzes the muscles that cause these wrinkles. And it lasts anywhere from 3 to 5 months, depending on how frequently you use it.
So, and especially from like a self-confidence aspect, as we get older, we want to feel younger, we want to look younger, we still want to have that confidence. But you also do things such as, tell me about performing a non-surgical nose job. What does that mean?
That's a good question. Well, number one, when I was doing surgery, which is up until about 7 years ago, I did about 5,000 nasal surgeries. And one day, I had some dermal filler, Restylane, in my hand, and a patient with a fairly large lump or bump on their nose, and I decided, well, I don't see any reason why that couldn't be corrected with some injections. So what I did was I simply injected a little bit of Restylane or dermal filler above the bump and a little bit below it, and it made the nose look perfectly straight. And since then, it's branched out to where people with crooked noses, with bulbous-looking tips, with irregularities of any kind of nose can be straightened out fairly well with Restylane. And I would say in 70 to 80% of the cases, you can do as well, if not better, than you could do surgically. Of course, the trick is that it only lasts about a year, whereas surgery, can last a lifetime. The other good news about it, however, is it is temporary. So if the patient didn't like it, it will eventually go away, and we can also actually dissolve it instantly if they didn't like the way it looked. But that has not occurred.
And that actually, I mean, especially from recovery time and everything, because nasal surgery is a pretty serious thing. You've got complications, or I'm just saying, extended recovery times, things like that, where you actually don't really want to go out in public, where you have bandages and things like that. Maybe also sometimes you get black and blue marks on your face while you're recovering. And in this case, it seems like it's pretty quickly getting back to work, right?
That's correct. We have actually said that 95% of the people who do this could attend their own wedding that day. There's almost never any bruising in the nose. You're not doing anything to the inside of the nose, so there's no breathing problems, there's no bleeding, and it's virtually painless.
That's pretty amazing. But you also treat skin conditions such as rosacea, redness, acne skin care, sun damage, age spots, and hyperpigmentation, correct?
That's correct.
And so with that though, and also leg veins, spider veins, so kind of a one-stop shop for any type of skin issues, correct?
Any kind of cosmetic skin issues.
Cosmetic skin issues, let me make that clear. So this is pretty great, and you also provide 100% financing through Care Credit, which I, as a personal user, I've actually had to finance some things through Care Credit. That is a great opportunity for people to be able to access your services, and also they can find out more by going to dermacurevalencia.com.
That's correct.
Dr. Craig Ingber from Derma Medical Aesthetics, thank you so much for stopping by, and best of luck and continued success with your work.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Time is 8:15. We'll be back with Entertainment Tonight after this.
The Powerhouse Fire continues to blaze, and 30 homes have been destroyed.
What does the Tilted Kilt brand represent to you?